Mary Matt, and welcome. I am very excited to be sharing this first video with you. I am beginning my very first witchy bullet journal. Um, this is probably my fourth bullet journal, but my first, which will be fully incorporating my practice and my craft. And in this first video, I will be setting up the season of Samhain. So I've begun my season at the Witch's New Year of Samhain and will treat the period from Samhain to Yule similar to how a more westernized bullet journal would treat a monthly. So what I'm setting up here on the left as you're watching is a calendar in the more Roman setting with November at the top and December 1st through 20th, the day before Yule, at the bottom. I have this as a calendar form because I do live in a more westernized world. I am working a day job. I am in the broom closet, which is why you all are seeing me here with my pseudonym instead of my given name. But on the left-hand side, this is my nod to the world I live in, my acknowledgement that I need this to be able to function with my new bullet journal. On the right-hand side, I do have 1 through 30 for November and then 1 through 20 in December for the season of Samhain. 1 through 30 is numbered in a deep brown of my Staedler Fine liner, 1 through 20 in a dark gray. For me, this is just a really nice transition between the season of Samhain and then into Yule. I suppose you could see it the other way around, but this is the way it works in my mind. So again, you've seen the standard calendar on the left. My goal for this bullet journal is to basically transition my mind from a 12-month calendar to a 8-month or 8-season, 8-holiday calendar subdivided by the cycles of the moon instead of per se by weeklies. This is brand new for me. I am making it up as I go. I am hoping that it will help me deepen my connection to my craft and my understanding of myself. So again, what you're seeing here is a setup of the Samhain season. I'm setting this up on Samhain night, which is sort of really fun. You'll see I've paused in a few places here on the video because I have cocoa going in the background, which is just a lovely celebration of Samhain for me. I set up my ancestor altar before beginning this, and yeah, it was just a really lovely experience. So right now I am labeling the heading for my seasonal goals. I hope to post soon a sort of setup video for my witchy bullet journal for the Witch's New Year, the annual spreads I've done. But these seasonal goals will be for the season of Samhain. They will be subdivided by moon cycle and then each phase of the moon within there, which you'll see shortly and I'll elaborate on. At this moment, what you see is me marking off the division between Saturday and Sunday. I'm one of those people who likes to see my calendar start on Sunday, which is kind of odd because I like to have Saturday and Sunday count as my weekend to finish up my goals for the week. But again, I like to see my calendar start on Sunday. So I'm marking the line for Sunday here. You'll see that most of my goals are only in pencil. That is because I am still tweaking a few details with my annual goals, which I really look forward to sharing with you. So you should see this fairly soon. So this spread I am so excited about. I've been doing a daily tarot draw, tracking it through the Golden Thread Tarot app on my phone. I've loved that has allowed me privacy and to work as a closeted witch without having a tarot deck with me anywhere. The issue I ran into with the Golden Thread app is, well, the interpretations as a person learning the tarot were sometimes pretty grim. So I had recently transitioned to using Elliott Oracle to help me with my daily draws, and have purchased a new Smith Waite tarot deck and the little tin set, which I can keep in my purse, which I absolutely adore. So at the top there, I have a tarot tracker for the season of Samhain, pentacles at the top, cups, swords, wands, and then trump cards. For the trump cards, I'm planning on writing the number for each day, and then for each suit, I'm planning also on writing a number. K for king, Q for queen, A for ace, and for knight, I'm assuming an N. I know it's a little bit awkward, but anyway. So below my tarot tracker, I have NaNoWriMo. As you have probably guessed by the title of this, I am a lover of words, a bibber of words is what I call myself. This NaNoWriMo I will be working through and hopefully finishing a draft of this novel I've been working on for about 4 years now. It has changed with me and grown with me. I started January with a new outline, and I am hoping that NaNoWriMo will help me knock out a draft that I can actually share with a loved one or a beta reader. So you see there I have the days, and then down the left my word count. I have total words for NaNoWriMo, because I have written probably about 40,000 words already this year. My average words per day. And then on the right hand side, which is now out of the screen, I do have the next steps, whether that's finding a beta reader, fixing a few things before sharing it with my spouse, or outlining what will probably be a second story in the series. I know, writers, we're crazy like that. So here what I'm setting up is very much close to what we consider a monthly. So this is the moon cycle. A new moon will start in the Northern Hemisphere on November 7th and go through November 29th. You can see I'm flipping back through a sneak peek of what's going to come to my cheat sheet of my months, as well as my moon charts and my wheel of the year. So I'm trying this horizontal layout. I have tried this in previous bullet journals in the past with mixed success, so we will see. This moment I'm using a circle stencil to trace out where the various moons are. I will go back and mark those. This spread I'm excited about. It is from the new moon, a little before the new moon, because I want to start immediately after Samhain. This is from November 1st, which is actually in the third quarter of the previous moon, through the first quarter of the next moon. Why I'm doing this is because I want to see my goals starting from the new moon phase and moving into adjusting and tweaking before I move on. Again, you're seeing here setting up November. I live in a Western world. I work on a Roman calendar. But then I also have my words here so that if by chance I don't add them to my monthly NaNoWriMo chart, I get them here so that I can correspond to later. So this is through the first quarter of the moon. A little different than a weekly, but I'm super looking forward to it. So what you'll see here is that I am also setting up these numbers sections below the calendar. Those are for each day. I have enough space worked out that I can put my tarot draw there, in part just in case I don't flip back. My focus for this first phase of the moon, and then also horizon and notes. On the right hand side over there, I am marking out my task list. So the first thing you saw there was an HBSO, which stands for Home, Business, Self, or Other, so that I can categorize my task. I have the dates 1 through 15 marked out with the day of the week they correspond to and my task. You see me flipping back there. You'll see that more later. This is Morgan. She's coming to say hello. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do on the right-hand page. I will be adding in some goals, I think. Also, lots of Morgan love. But I thought a Sphinx moth would just be perfect with the moons in the background. Death and rebirth and what has come before are so fitting for the time of Samhain. I have also recently found a number of moths in my life, so this was just really fitting. I did draw some inspiration from some other YouTubers for part of that layout, but pulled other images I have for the sketch here. It's not my favorite sketch I have done by far in a bullet journal, but it was certainly good practice. So as I'm sketching this, I did just want to mention I really appreciate you being involved and listening to my learning. I have started this channel as separate from my previous bullet journaling channels to maintain my privacy. So for part of my Witch's New Year resolution, I am endeavoring to share what I am learning in my journey with others and seek a community. To those in the community, thank you. It is so great to be able to learn from you YouTube videos, and I hope that sharing my learning will be able to help others. So I'm excited about this spread. Even though it didn't turn out exactly like I wanted, I do have the phases of the moon going down the center with the moth over top, and I really love moths. I hope you like moths too. So as I am recording this voiceover, I have been using this for 2 days now. It's working well. I've made a few errors. I may white out over them. I may just leave them. We'll see. But if you're looking at or have already set up your own witchy bullet journal, I would love to hear about it. Are you working on a Western Roman calendar? Are you working on another calendar, a moon cycle calendar within the Western Roman calendar, something else entirely, witchy calendar? As again, I would love to hear about it and get some feedback from you. So thank you for spending this time with me. A blessed and safe Samhain season to you. I look forward to checking back in with you at Yule.